Alright. So yeah, the route is somehow getting even more and more intense. Again, this game, man. This game. Ooh, it always gets me. Each chapter, it progressively gets me more and more. But yeah, so we learned more about what was going on with Yuuko's bullying, and that apparently her brother is aware of it and is not gonna do anything about it. So yeah. And yeah, then Yuuko, you know, she also got into a confrontation and she slapped a girl. So again, nice Yuuko, nice. Unfortunately, then she ended up getting beat up after that, apparently. So that sucks. But yeah, woo, freaking Nelly. And yeah, our boy Shuichi's having a party, so that's cool. After school, Shuichi left class earlier. He said he had a meeting about his party. I wonder what exactly they were to discuss.
You, 帰らないのか?
Nagi approached me with a meek expression. There's some time before work. Normally I would have already been studying at this time, but today I couldn't get into the mood. Final exams were looming too, so I couldn't afford to slack off. I should be heading to the library.
では、僕も付き合っていいかな?
I mean, yeah, sure. Are you on medication? Are you on medication? Nagi was acting very suspicious. Yesterday she followed me home and spewed a bunch of nonsense. Now this?
悪いものを食べたくらいで、僕の個性は揺るがない。
Yeah, by the way, speaking of Nagi, when I was doing some editing for, you know, the video that has the scene of Shuichi and Mizuki's route, yeah, apparently that girl, that, you know, that they mentioned Shuichi did the same thing to before. Yeah, apparently that was Nagi. I didn't realize that the first time. But yeah, okay, so, we're gonna see that play out too. Yeah, you can come. I suppose. In other words, Nagi's behavior is different because of something else. Maybe there was no reason at all.
そういう君もあまり元気がないな。
I'm always like this.
無駄なエネルギーの消耗を抑えてるのかな?
Maybe. It's not like I actively try to hold back.
だけどユコちゃんのことでは怒ってる。エネルギーを使いまくってる。
Darn freaking right I was. Sounded like she was criticizing me.
最近のユウはおかしい。全然ユウらしくない。
Yeah. My heart kept sending mixed signals for anything involving Yuuko. Sometimes I was so turbulent that I couldn't help but not stay reserved. It's always been like that, then and now. Whenever I looked into her beckoning eyes,
やっぱり僕はやめておこう。部活に出ることにするよ。
Okay, you sure? Do it yourself.
そういう言い方はちょっと傷つく。
I'm sorry. Why? Don't you hump me? Bye, Nagi. Nagi grunted and left the classroom, hiding none of her disapproval toward me. It seemed as though my whole life was turning upside down. Maybe it was just change. But I wondered for what purpose my heart was changing. For whom? For Yuuko, of course. Good old Yuuko. What happened to her? I left the library at 6 p.m. Studying was impossible because I couldn't concentrate at all. My pace needed to pick up or else I would be in trouble. Well, I'll get it done somehow. I have been able to get things done up until now. It was only a matter of staying the course. I changed shoes and went outside. Exuberant cheers were coming from the field. There was probably some sporting event. That was what this school was like in the evening. School, summer. I didn't hate either of them. There was a strange feeling in my chest, but it felt somewhat nice. The naive wish that every student had, that summer would never end, almost crossed my mind. Huh? What was that? Something definitely moved up there. Is Yuuko up there? As far as I knew, the number of people who had access up there was exactly one. That idiot! I clicked my tongue and turned around towards school. Where is she? She stood at the edge of the fenceless roof. Hey, I thought we talked about this. There wasn't a hint of surprise on her face as she saw me. Oh, there she is. Yuuko!
Hi, Yuuko ですよ.
Yes, thank you, Yuuko. She acted playfully like nothing was wrong. I thought you went home.
帰ったと見せかけて、実は屋上に潜んでいたのです。
Yeah, very fascinating.
なか
Please,
なかやるでしょう。
very fascinating. Please step away from the roof. Just who are you trying to deceive?
敵を欺くにはまず味方からというじゃないですか。
Woman, please take 10 steps forward. And who's who?
少なくとも日村先輩は私の味方でしょ。
Yes, I am, as long as you take 10 steps forward. I'll have to get back to you on that.
優しいくせに。
Thank you. Don't just say whatever you want. You're so incorrect that I had to turn away. Please don't turn away. If I really were kind, I would have done something for Yuuko. A kind person would have done something about the bullying.
それにしても夕方だっていうのに蒸しますね。
Could you at least take off the gloves? Because you're wearing all that.
なるほど。鋭いご意見ですね。
Your coat is very obvious.
どうせ先輩しかいないし、脱いじゃいましょう。上も下もパーッと。
Oh, ahem, I see. Nice. Hey, no, wait. Ayero, she was putting her hands on a uniform. Look at Yuuko, darn it.
ダメなんですか？
We'll see. Did you even have to ask? I couldn't tell if this brat was trying to tease me or if she was actually serious. Could be a bit of both. Look, being out here for so long would obviously make you hot.
でも私、暑いのは好きなんですよね。
Oh, okay. Good. Stay up here for all I care.
あら、愛のないお言葉ですね。
Uh-huh.
先輩はどうです？夏は好きですか？
Well, I don't, but you does, so you know. You don't care about what happened at all, do you?
何の話です？
Yuuko, please. Yuuko look curious. Hitting another student.
やっぱり先輩にも知られちゃいましたか。
Yep, good job, up top. You're not sorry about it at all. It wasn't aware she did something wrong. However, the person she hit was one bullying her, then she wouldn't have been the only one at fault. Yeah, I would say she wouldn't be at fault at all, to be honest, you know. Sometimes you gotta do that because they won't back off otherwise, so. If she was one bullying her.
実を言うと、
Yes? Yes?
私、人を叩いたのって、生まれて初めてなんですよ。
That doesn't surprise me at all. Yuuko stared closely at the small palm of her hand.
まだ、じんじんしびれてるみたい。
Her faint voice wasn't directed at me. Was her hand actually trembling?
結構、痛いものなんですね。
All the more reason not to do it anymore, right?
さあ、どうでしょうか。
Nice. We'll see. I approve. So, may I ask what happened? I asked in a voice so soft it surprised me.
体育から戻ってきたら、私のカバンを探ってる人がいたんですよ。そしたら、なんか急に頭に血が上っちゃって。
What an unexpected reply. If that resulted in a violent confrontation, it must have been a grievous matter to her.
まあ、最近寝不足だったんで、ちょっとイライラしてたのかもしれませんね。
Oh, Yuuko. I see. She smiled.
ごめんなさい、先輩。
You don't have to apologize for anything, Yuuko. Why are you apologizing to me?
謝るに決まってるじゃないですか。
She silently stepped towards me. Oh.
好きな人に心配をかけちゃったんですから。
Aww. He looked at me without a hint of doubt, not allowing himself to believe anything else. Oh, this is ridiculous. I don't get you at all. Did I leave that much of an impression on you at the orphanage? We hardly even know each other now. How could you even say something like that to me?
ずっと想像してたんです。
Oh, he squeezed my hands. The warmth could be felt through her gloves.
あの日村優くんは今頃どんな男の人になってるんだろうなって。
Not what you expected, was it? Sorry for putting a damper on your delusions. Bruh. Instead of becoming a successful artist, I focused on my schooling and left the past behind. Yuuko proved to be just another dull and flexible human being. Now I think she really likes how we are. Maybe that was always the case.
いいえ、あなたは私が思ってた通りの人です。
Yep. See, I knew it. I knew it. Oh? What did I become?
それは内緒です。
What? You gotta keep it a secret? It's about me! Tell me! What the fuck? Darn it, Yuuko. Why you?
いいじゃないですか。
No! You can't keep secrets about myself! What the heck?
私は今でも日村先輩のことが好き。
Okay, well, if you love me, can you tell me the secret then?
大切なのはそこだけですよ。
But the secret, Yuuko. I love you too. But the secret. It amazed me how Yuuko could speak her mind so frankly. Because of that, it felt impossible for me to distance myself from her. Damn it.
お、遅かったな。
Hello, Shuichi. Don't start at me like that. I suddenly heard Shuichi's voice from the shadow of the school gate.
とっくに図書室は閉まっただろうに。何してたんだよ。
None of your business.
この後バイトがある割にはのんびりだったな。
Maybe I am. Got a problem with that? After retorting with an uncreative response, I took off at a quick pace.
日村。
Yes, Shuichi?
日村ってば。
What? I was speed walking, but that didn't deter Shuichi from pursuing me.
俺はこれでもなかなか勘がいいんだよね。
Nice preface. Get to the point.
まあそう焦らずに俺の話を聞け。
He popped his hand on my shoulder and smiled. I don't have time for this.
日村、お前は何を考えてる？
A lot. I don't understand.
正直なところを言おうか。
Okay.
俺は結構驚いてるんだよ。他人のことを気にする日村優っていうのがちょっと信じられない。
Think I'm trying to stay detached from everything? I'm just a normal student living a normal life.
だったら、凪のことだってもうちょっと考えてやればいいのに。
Oh jeez. I can't not think about that now. Nagi? What's she got to do with this? Instead of replying, Shuichi simply shrugged. Hey, I asked you a question.
じゃあ一つ質問。日村は優子ちゃんをどうする気だ？
Something I can say in one sentence. I carefully looked for the words. Let's see. Well, I just don't want to lose something again.
失いたくない。
I've lost someone very important a long time ago. And I don't want to go through that again. Oh, the red watch. Flashes of the past blurred my vision. The red watch. Oh, that Christmas, also known as the Great Disaster. And my sister, whom I couldn't even protect. Oh. My subsequent disconnection from everyone else wasn't exactly atonement, but it was the least I could do. Still, I just can't leave her alone.
そっか。そりゃいい。
Satisfied, Shuichi slapped my back. Hey, quit it. That hurts.
いいじゃん。慣れ合えるのもあとちょっとなんだから。
It's fine. We'll have plenty of time years into the future to hang out, buddy. That's not the point. In the end, Shuichi followed me all the way to work. He endlessly talked about unimportant things in order to cheer me up, but all it did was make me somber. Again, though, like I'm seriously loving like the whole like prequel thing they're doing with this route. It's just so interesting and nice to me.
今もまだ
Oh,
手にしびれるような痛みが残っている。
we're finally getting like a scene like this. Yeah, I just realized like we haven't actually got this yet. Like because before like we got all the heroines, other perspectives in the other chapters like pretty early on. Like yeah, with Miyako, Kei, Chihiro, and Mizuki, they all had theirs like after like the first few scenes. I think it's been like what 7, 8 scenes, but yeah, we're getting to see Yuko's perspective now. That's nice. But yeah, like I wanted to say that like I really do like the prequel like thing. I don't think I've ever played a visual novel route where there's like or a visual novel where there's a route that's like a prequel kind of thing. So I'm liking this a lot. What you thinking about, Yuko?
私はずっと知らずに来た。この世界にはこんな痛みも存在するということを。
Oh, see.
日村先輩、すごい顔してたな。私の行動がそんなに予想外だったんだろうか。案外、あの人の中では、私はまだ小さな女の子のままなのかもしれない。
You mean Akane?
ゆうくんの後ろをついて歩くだけの、おとなしい子のまま。
Do you mean like yourself when we were kids? Dang. Oh my gosh, that laugh. Yuko, you doing alright?
思わず笑ってしまう。
I mean, I know she's not, but like, dang, girl. Tap, tap.
はい。ノックの音に、私は返事する。
優子、ちょっといいかな。
Oh, it's Akira.
おかえりなさい、兄さん。
ただいま。
兄はにっこりと微笑んで、私のそばまで来る。
優子、一応聞いておくけど、今日のことは。
私のカバンを探ってたんですよ。私は通学に使っているカバンを引き寄せる。あれが入ってますからね。見られるのは構わないですけど、触られるのはちょっと。
What is that, Yuko?
なるほどね。なら、今回のことは不問にしておこうか。だけど、あまり目立つことはしないでくれよ。
You could also just report it to the school, you know, just saying.
俺にも一応立場というものがあるから。妹があまりおかしなことをやらかすとね。
あなたがそんなことを気にするんですか？兄は黙って肩をすくめた。多分、この人は私が学園で何をやっても気にも留めないだろう。
I see.
断言してもいいが、兄は教師としての立場に全く執着していない。
優子、何を考えてた？
さ
あ。Guess.
日村優、やっぱり彼は違うようだね。
Fuck you too, Akira.
幼馴染ですから。
その腕を彼にも見せたのか？
年中、長袖と手袋に包まれている腕に目を向ける。いいえ。そして、小さく首を振った。
断言してもいいが。
I mean, doesn't you like already kind of know about it though? Because like he mentioned, I'm for sure he mentioned the burns before.
彼が一番恐れていることは、君を見捨てることだと思うよ。
死んだ人に対して、償いなんてできないのに。
そう、とても愚かなことだ。彼は建前なんて考えずに、自分を救うことだけ考えるべきなんだよ。
Why is it always so like silent and awkward whenever you show up? And always so unsettling, like every time. Like why?
日村先輩には無理でしょうね。
日村君にできることといえば、自分を責め続け、必要のない偽善を続けることだけだろう。
私は肯定も否定もせず、カバンの中に手を入れた。取り出したのは、 鈍く光る一本のナイフ。
毎日持ち歩いてるとは知らなかったよ。
That was what was in the skull bag.
お守りだって言ったのは兄さんでしょ。
Why is it a charm, Akira?
もともとは昔兄さんが趣味で木彫りの彫刻を作るのに使っていたもの。
これからどうするつもりだ、ユウコ。
きっかけは作れたと思います。 これからはどうするか
Yuuko, what do you mean
で
by
はなく、どうなるかを見つめるだけ。
what do you mean by opportunity? Oh, jeez.
そうやって人は間違っていくんだよ。
私はもうとっくに間違えてしまってます。これから先もずっと間違ったまま。
I mean, that's okay. Everybody makes mistakes, Yuuko.
そうか
あ。
そうだね。
I'm getting even more and more concerned again.
兄は心底楽しそうに笑ってナイフを握る私の手にそっと触れてきた。手袋を通しているとはいえ、兄の手からはほとんど体温を感じない。日村先輩の手は暖かかったな。
Aww. The suspense is killing me. What the fuck happened to Yuuko? How'd she die? Hey, please. Oh, hey. Agnostisium. Help. It's like how, like, when Chihiro's route started and, like, it started with Renji reading the diary. And I was worried about that. This is like that taken up to 11 because we know for a fact that Yuuko died somehow. We just don't know how. And we keep getting different things that make me think that's how it happened. But then it's like, oh no, she's okay. But then something else happens. Like, oh, okay, she's okay. Something else happens and I get more and more concerned. Bad vibes massively rising. I said rising, didn't I? Bad vibes massively rising. I can speak fine. There was something I've thought about from time to time. What did the city look like back then? The only memories I had were those of the rundown house in which I used to live. I couldn't remember the parks and alleys I ran around in until dark, nor the mall where I would always take my sister. A riveting view of the city presented itself through the clear afternoon air. Seeing this scenery each day temporarily washed away the images of the great disaster in my mind.
へえ、やっぱり上手じゃないですか。
Thank you, what am I good at? Don't look! I sent my sketchbook shut. Ah, the art, of course.
ああ、ケチですね。見せたって減るものじゃないでしょうに。
Yes, but your sentences would increase. That's fine by me.
先輩は私と会話するのが嫌なんですか？
Oh no, I always love talking to you, Yuuko. You're great. Yuuko frowned.
そうやって愛想がないからずっと彼女ができなかったんですよ。
Dang. Okay, you know what? I retract my previous statement. Rude. What the heck? That's none of your business. She said this is why you can't get a girlfriend. Like, dang. Ow.
まあ、今は私がいますしね。
Nice.
いた。
I tapped her on the head with my sketchbook.
もう何するんですか？
There was a fly in your head. It was delighted for some reason, contrary to what she said. Let's shut up and fold some paper airplanes or something.
黙る前に一つだけ質問がございます。
That's like I was shutting up works, Yuuko, but okay, go ahead. Fine.
どうしていきなり絵を描き始めたんです？
Her eyes are fixated on my sketchbook.
変じゃないですか？日村先輩は元からかなりおかしいですけど。
Dang. Wow. Imagine Yuuko calling you strange. Well, that's gotta be something. I like to hear a part of me is strange sometime. It doesn't really matter what I choose to do.
他の人ならいいですけど、先輩のことだから気になるんですよね。
I see. She brought her body closer to mine. Oh, it didn't matter that she was letting her guard down again. She was so close that her sweet scent lingered around me, making me feel uneasy. Calm down! I couldn't stop looking at her in that kind of manner. This is just something I do between studying to maintain my efficiency. I'm not so into it that I would want to enter the art club.
ちゃんと理由をつけるんですね。さすが優等生はアドリブも上手です。
I try. Are you making fun of me?
いいえ、大好きです。
Aw, I love you too, Yuuko. You keep saying that. Why?
先輩が最初から本気にしてないんですよ。
You had a response to everything I said. One thing I noticed about Yuuko that changed when she was younger was her ability to keep yakking. I love it.
日村先輩、
I freaking love it. Yes?
絵を描くの楽しいですか？
I told you what it was for. If it weren't enjoyable, there'd be no point to it.
じゃあ、もっと楽しくしましょうよ。
Do you want to draw with me? You showered me for hearty smile.
私をモデルに描いてみませんか？
Oh, I see. That's what you meant. All right. I mean, okay, later when Nagi's not in the art room. No.
ああ、
What was surprising about my answer?
とより返答の速さに傷つきました。
I'm sorry, Yuuko. I'm sorry. Maybe another time. Okay. That's life. Stay at home if you can't deal with it.
うーん。
Worried about something? Would you seriously think about locking yourself inside her home?
いえいえ、先輩の意地悪と瞑想の悪どさは日々磨きがかかってくるなぁと思いまして。
Did you just call me gaudy?
そのうち地球征服とかに乗り出しそうですね。
I am not a supervillain, Yuuko. What? How did you come up with such an idea? Look, never had any interest in drawing people. All I can draw are buildings and general backgrounds. Not that I didn't want to use Yuuko as a model. It's simply about knowing my strengths and weaknesses. Just leave me alone and don't get in the way, okay?
はーい。
Oh, Yuuko. He nodded reluctantly.
でも私することがないです。
You don't have to do anything.
チャイムが鳴るまでまだ20分くらいありますよね。
Oh? Plenty of time for this then.
私ちょっと眠っていいですか？
Do you want me to give you the good old lap poke? Go down sleep again? You should try not to stay up so late. It's not funny. Exams are coming up, so you need all the rest you can get.
おやすみなさい。
Okay, good night, Yuuko. Hey! Yuuko leaned at me and quickly fell asleep. It seemed as though she never slept properly at home. There had to be a reason for it. Oh, jeez. Is it because of Akira? Oh, Brunelli. The Shuichi. The classroom was noisy as usual. I walked towards my seat.
お、日村
What's up, buddy? Shuichi was talking to several girls on the teacher's desk, saw me and came over.
おはよう近頃はなんか遅刻ギリギリで来るな
What's more surprising that you're coming earlier?
ま、残り少ない学園生活を惜しむことにしたのだよ
That's fair. Oh, is that so? Good for you.
放課後何人かでカラオケ行くんだけど日村も来ないか
Okay, you, please. Like, I understand, but please, say yes to this at least. I love the karaoke. Come on, you, let's go to karaoke. Just one time. Do it for me, okay? Exams are coming up. What are you, an idiot? My time is precious. We can study at the karaoke bar.
残念だけど日村が付き合い悪いのは今に始まったことじゃないか
Yeah, so I said I understand, but I really like the karaoke scenes. Better than playing around too much.
そうそう遊び人の僕が日村くんに女の子との遊び方を伝授して差し上げよう
There'd be no point.
あれ
What?
日村って優子ちゃんと付き合ってるんじゃないの
Not yet. Of course I'm not.
最近毎朝屋上でデートしてるんだろ
Wait, how do you know that? Other than Mr. Amamiya, no one knew about the roof. We didn't know what would happen if another teacher caught us up there.
なんでって優子ちゃんが教えてくれたから
I see. How is she telling other people about us behind my back? And calling it a date of all things. That's just a fabrication. All I did was talk to her for a bit so that she wouldn't start up anything. He scared off all the bullies for so-called retaliation, but I had to make sure it wouldn't happen again. Yuuko had reassured me.
日村先輩の顔が見られれば毎日頑張っていける気がするんです。
Aw, that's so sweet though. What happened to her? The feeling wasn't mutual. I just didn't want to see her do something stupid in the future. Ugh, stop, please stop. It keeps reminding me. Please.
ま、硬派な日村くんとしては女の子と会うには口実が必要だよな。なあ日村よ。
Michi slapped my shoulder.
男の方がいつまでも態度をはっきりさせないなんての最悪だぞ。
Alright.
もっと思いやりを持つようにな。
Considerate? Have you ever been considerate to anyone? At the very least, it probably never was after that day. I mean, Yuuko apparently thinks we were very considerate to her. Ding dong. The bell rang.
話は変わるけど
Okay.
ここ 2,3 日ナギが来てないな。
Now that you mention it, tipping wasn't too unusual for her, but she always showed up for exam reviews. What was she up to? Well, it wasn't my problem. Okay, I guess it is. I took my books out of my bag and laid them on my desk. Nah? Not again. Yeah, it's our problem now. When I thought about it, I realized I hadn't been spending lunch alone lately. Actually, besides being at home, it seemed as though I was always with someone else. It hasn't been this way since I left the orphanage. Even though I was consciously trying to keep to myself, something always came up. I smirked as though they opened the art room door. Are you still nude? Hey. Okay, you have clothes on.
You.
Yes, Nagi? Nagi turned around in a jerky manner as though she were a marionette. I see you're wearing a uniform today.
一度注意されたからな。僕もそこまでバカじゃない。
Okay, that's good. Normally people think of the consequences before they do anything. On that note, could you stop writing on my desk? Call me if you have to, but don't vandalize school property.
それもダメなのか？結構ユウは口うるさいな。
Pretty sure it's against school rules. No, it's just common sense. It was startling that Nagi wasn't aware of her own actions. I thought I had to tell up front about about rectifying them. I've been very busy lately. That's because you don't come to school.
なるほど、その通りだ。
This conversation was going nowhere.
実はな、絵が描けなくなったんだ。
What do you mean? What?
描けないんだ、全然。
You don't have any motivation?
それどころか、筆を持っただけで気持ち悪くて吐きそうになるんだ。
Oh, that sounds really serious. Are you okay? Her voice was unruffled, sounding no different than usual. Maybe she called me here because she wanted to tell me that. Don't they call that a slump? I mean, that's what I thought at first, but then she brought up, like, the vomiting thing.
そんなありきたりな言葉で定義できる現象じゃない。
How are you so sure?
そう言ってるんだ。
Who did?
絵描きとしての僕が。
Oh, okay.
このままでは一生絵が描けないかもしれないと言っている。何度も何度も繰り返し警告してくるんだ。
So who's listening to it? Never mind the fact that Nagi was suffering from a split personality.
そうだな。女としての僕かな。
Huh.
女としての
Oh.
か。
Hello? Yuuko?
面白いですね。
Wait, were you listening in on that?
私は物音を立てないように気をつけて、美術室の扉から離れる。
Yeah, she was.
あれゆうこちゃん。
はい、ゆうこちゃんです。
Oh, Yuuko.
久世先輩はいつもの穏やかな笑みを浮かべて、私のそばまで来た。
日村に会いに行ったんじゃないの？ あいつ美術室にいなかった？
ええ、気が変わって引き返してきたんですよ。
Oh, I wasn't flirting if that's what you were thinking, okay, I promise.
あまりベタベタすると怒りますからね。日村先輩は
素直じゃないからね。
Did you just call me a tsundere?
誰かに触れられることに慣れてないのかもしれません。感心したように久世先輩がうなった。別に感心されることじゃない。日村先輩はあれでなかなか分かりやすい人だから。久世先輩、
はいはい、なんでしょう。
ナギさんと日村先輩って。
ナギと日村がどうかしたの？
There's stuff going on, I promise.
ああ、そっか。
久世先輩は心得たという顔をする。
ナギはさ、ずっと絵のことだけ。日村は勉強と生活のことだけ考えて今日まで来たんだ。君が考えてるようなことはないよ。
That's right, good job, Shuichi. Good job.
それを聞いて安心しました。先輩、ありがとうございました。私はにっこりと微笑む。
ま、とは言ってもわからないけどね。
Shuichi,
男と女だから。
darn it, Shuichi.
余計なことを付け足してくれますね。
You're doing so well at first, too.
君なら言われるまでもなく分かってるんじゃないかな。
Darn it.
さあ、私には恋愛のことなんてわかりませんよ。久世先輩みたいに経験豊富な方とは違いますから。
君も余計なことを言ってるよ。
Lol.
私たちは笑顔を向け合う。久世先輩もかなり不思議な人だと思う。何もかも分かってるような、何も分かってないような。久世先輩、ものは相談なんですが。
はいよ。次は何かな？
援護射撃をお願いできます？
What are you gonna do, Yuuko?
理解できなくても構わない。この人は少なくとも私の敵ではないようだから。
Oh, I see. Very interesting. But yeah, so, yeah, yeah, game. Like, remember when I said, take me back to the love triangle? When I said that, I didn't mean to just add on that to everything else that's already happening, alright? Please. Please. That's not what I meant. Ooh, Nelly, I'm getting worried now. It's gonna escalate even further, isn't it? Ooh, Nelly, okay. Anyway, I didn't need help from anybody. However, that didn't mean I had to make enemies. That creed was how I had avoided any unnecessary drama. That is, up until now. Oh no.
日村先輩、冴えない顔ですね。
I haven't been calm for this whole route, Yuuko.
腹が減ってるんじゃないか？
いや、欲求不満かもしれない。いつも済ました顔してるくせに、実は相当溜まってると見た。
溜まってるって何がだ？
私が察するに何か良くないもののようですが。
Hey, are we here to talk or study? Yuuko and Shuichi suddenly ambushed me in the hallway after school and asked me to study with them. I was too bewildered to outright refuse. We went to the library, then Nagi suddenly joined in. My inner pride was complaining very loudly. Why? What did I ever do to deserve this?
日村先輩、ブツブツ何か言ってますよ。
往生際が悪いんだよ、そいつは。
I said we're here to study. Besides, why are you here, Kuze? You didn't need to take any exams, and what about your silly karaoke? His
い
face.
やー、俺も恥ずかしくない程度の点数を取りたいしね。
So D minus? Good old D minus, huh? Have it your way. I open my notebook.
では、私は学年トップの日村先輩にご指導願いたく。
Alright. Guide yourself.
愛も変わらぬ冷酷さですね。そう言わずに、私、理数系がどうもダメなんですよ。
ならちょうどいい。ここにおわす日村優くんは入学以来理数系科目の試験は失点ゼロという噂だよ。
Ah, dang, nice.
それはちょっとすごすぎないですか？
I love you with this face just glaring at freaking Juichi, dude. It's so funny. It's like, boy, if you don't shut up in 2 seconds, like, about to freaking just elbow him in the gut. It's so funny. I assure you it is. I'm still human. I make mistakes. Still, the number of errors I had made could be counted on one hand. Okay. I'll give anyone a hand if they need it.
言うにしては優しいな。
I glared at Nagi before she could say anything else.
先輩は優しい人だって私は信じてますよ。
Thanks, Yuuko. Same to you. I'm regretting this already. I figured I chose the wrong crowd to study with. We have any other options? It wouldn't be funny if my average dropped because of this.
先輩、この問題なんですけど。
I turned my eyes towards the textbooks that Yuuko held out. Hey, wait. This is a basic question. It's just 2 plus 2. Just then.
静かに。
What happened? What's going on? Why'd the music stop? Huh? I knew I needed to be quiet in the library, but I didn't need Chuichi to tell me that.
聞こえないのか日村。
No, I didn't. What happened? Hear what? All of us were staring at Chuichi skeptically.
来るよ。
Are you just like about to... Are you about to say something really stupid? What's coming? Just as the words left my mouth, it felt a violent tremor. Never mind, no, it's not stupid. I thought it was about to be like a gag. Piercing screams from other students instantly filled the library. An earthquake! Oh no! Oh, why? Massive SOS times a million times. Oh my gosh. I blurted out the obvious. And I got myself under control in an instant. The first thing to do. Yuuko! The library was in bedlam. However, for some reason... Only Yuuko Mamiya was undisturbed, showing not a hint of emotion on her face. Dang, that's actually crazy. As though she wore a corpse. Not already dead, is she? What? Hello? Before I could do anything, the earthquake had already begun to regress. Oh.
結構長かったな。震度は4くらいか。
Oh my gosh, please. Please, game, stop. You see what I mean? He keeps doing this. He keeps holding me in suspense like this, and then something happens. It's like, oh, okay, never mind, it's fine. But then something else is gonna happen. Why did Yuuko not react? Oh my gosh. Magnitude 4. It was a short time after the tremor. The library was still unsettled over what had happened. Yeah, that makes sense. Me too.
特に何か倒れたりもしてないね。一応、ちょっと奥の方も見てくるか。
Hey, please be careful and take somebody with you. Yuichi rose from his seat and went into the stacks. Maybe he couldn't stay still and needed to do something. I didn't blame him.
びっくりしましたね。
What? You were calm through all of it. Almost eerily calm.
いえいえ、固まってただけで内心はビクビクですよ。やっぱり震災経験者はそうなっちゃいますよね。
I mean, that's not how you reacted, so... Oh. It sounded like a lie, but I didn't have any particular reason to doubt her. Hey, Nagi, about the... Nagi was completely frozen. Nagi? She wasn't responding.
なぎさん、かなりショックを受けてるみたいですね。
Yeah. She also lived through the Great Disaster, so it wasn't much of a surprise. Come on, step out of it! I grabbed Nagi's slender shoulders and shook her lightly. She was acting as though her soul had escaped. Nagi! Hello?
大丈夫。
You sure you don't look or sound alright at all? You finally said something. Okay. Well, that just about ruined everything. I think we should just go home for now.
そうですね。残念ですけど、集中できそうにないかも。
Yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't be able to either. Let's leave once Kuze comes back. You okay with that, Nagi? Nagi jerked her head forward mechanically. Oof. Dang, man. You definitely needed to go home and rest. Yeah, for sure.
日村先輩。
Yes, Yuuko? Are you doing okay? Yuuko suddenly formed a smile, which was unsuitably calm given the situation.
ありがとうございます。
Oh. You're welcome. Say again?
真っ先に私の名前呼んでくれたじゃないですか。
Oh.
嬉しいな。本当に嬉しいですよ。
That's good.
名前を呼ばれただけでこんなに嬉しいなんて、私、変でしょうか？
No, it's not weird at all. It's not weird at all. You're a sweetheart, Yuuko. Like I know. I've averted my eyes from her. What I did was something I wouldn't have normally done. I was calling out to Yuuko my first reaction. As the tremor was happening, I'd forgotten about my own safety and worried about her. Ooh, freaking Nelly. I can't. It keeps escalating. And I don't know what happens. Like, I just never know. And every time something happens, it freaks me the fuck out. Yuuko, Nagi, and I left school. Chuchi apparently had some matters to do, so we stayed behind.
日村先輩は今日もバイトあるんですか？
Honestly, right now, I want to take off work just so I can stay by your side and make sure nothing happens to you, even though something's gonna happen to you no matter what I do. But probably. No, I have time off for exams. Oh, we do have time off for work, nice. The manager at the restaurant kept talking about the duty of being a student. Not earning any income stung, but it would have been worse if my average dropped and my scholarship was terminated. You're not gonna ask me to be a tutor, I hope.
それもそうなんですけど。
日村くん、
Hello? Yes? Yuuko and I turned around. Huh?
揃ってお帰りかい？
Maybe?
兄さんこそ早いですね。
Then there's this thing with the knife, too. Like, so much that worries me. And watch told me that it wasn't even 5 yet. I couldn't imagine someone in a professional position like him leaving at this time.
いや、今日はちょっと用があってね。早退だ。
What's your business to attend to?
あれの関係ですか？
そう。それでちょっとヒロノ先生のところへね。
Oh, okay. Mr. Mamiya glanced at Nagi.
ちょうどいいからヒロノさん、一緒に行こうか。
嫌だ。
Yeah. I don't think she wanted to go with him at all.
え？
僕は一人で帰る。誰もついてくるな。
Bye, Nagi. Nagi said that over his shoulder without looking at us and quickly walked away.
日村くん、何をやったの？
Okay, I didn't do nothing, and there was an earthquake, okay? And she's processing things right now. And also, she just really doesn't like you. What? Why treat me like I'm some sort of criminal? I saw teacher was too judgmental of people. She's still a little stunned from that earthquake.
あの程度の地震でヒロノさんがそれほど動じるとも思えないけど。
Okay, it might also be because I called out Yuko's name and not hers, alright? Listen.
とりあえず追いかけておくか。恩師の娘さんだからね。ちょっと心配だ。
She also still just doesn't really like you, just so you know. Do whatever you want.
じゃあ優子、寄り道してもいいけど、夕食までには帰ってくるようにね。
はい、わかってますよ。
Mr. Mamiya chuckled.
休憩はいいけど、ご宿泊はダメだよ。
兄さん
それじゃ。
Mr. Mamiya quickly left before either of us could respond. It's tough for you too, huh?
そりゃもう。
She sighed. Even the easygoing Yuuko had trouble with her annoying brother. It's your family, I guess you have to grin and bear it.
そうなんですよね。
It's okay, Yuuko, it's okay. I'm here for you. So about staying the night. Yuuko lined up beside me. He was walking extra close as usual, but today I didn't feel like getting angry at her for that.
さて、言い方はともかく、兄さんの許可も出たので、寄り道していきませんか？
Alright, but you wanna go? I'm not wasting my time off to have fun.
遊びじゃなくて、真剣な話ならいいですか？
Dang, she's got us there. No, that's no good either. I don't want to use my brain for nothing.
でも、付き合ってくれるんでしょ？
Aw. Yuuko looked at me with loyal eyes and squeezed my hand. However, I couldn't bring myself to squeeze back. Doing so would have been an answer. See. Back at the church. The church was in a mysteriously tranquil state. Whenever I was in here, its atmosphere always calmed my senses. It wasn't really anything special, but I thought there'd be some people in here. It's always empty.
二人きりになるにはいい場所ですよ。
Saying that here is blasphemous.
先輩は神様を信じてるんですか？
Does it look like I do? If God really existed, he sure isn't doing much. Some idiots set for life because they lucked out, while the rest of us have to fight over what's left. Most never get the opportunity. I then realized that I was making small talk. Is this a serious conversation he was thinking of?
テーマはなかなか深いと思いますよ。でも、そんなに面白くないですね。
You're the one who brought it up. Oh, my bad, sorry. Yuuko giggled quietly. And, yeah, this, conversation right now actually is reminding me of, like, so we know that, like, Yuko's not Christian either, but, like, the very start of the first tale, where she had that, like, really interesting monologue where she's like, where she still said, I believe that everyone prays God at least once in their life, was, like, that also worries me, because, like, whenever, like, we get to the inevitable point of where we have to find out how Yuuko died, I'm very worried for just how tragic that's gonna be because of how she said that at the start of the first tale. Like, is she gonna be like, like praying and begging to live during her death? I'm so worried about that. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for any of this. Yuuko giggled quietly. What an innocent smile. But it was too innocent, which raised my suspicions. I could never tell what you're really thinking.
そんなの、私に限ったことじゃないですよ。
I see.
誰だって、いくつも顔を持ってるんですから。
That was absolutely true. Everyone I knew had something they didn't want to reveal. Even Shuichi probably had many things he wanted to keep from us.
ナギさんは、
Oh, I see. Nagi? Yes, he too was hiding something. She was the simplest person I knew, but there had to be more to her than what she displayed.
ナギさん、大丈夫でしょうか？
I don't think so. Her response was unexpected, even from her.
ナギさんはね、
Yeah.
女の人なんですよ。
Yes, yes, she is. Like that matters. There are plenty of men who were traumatized by the Great Disaster.
そういうことじゃありません。
Lol. Yuko shook her head.
ナギさんって、綺麗ですよね。
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Beautiful?
日村先輩も、まさか否定はしないでしょ？
Well, I don't know. I hardly ever looked at Nagi as a member of the opposite sex. The incident in the art room was about the only time it happened.
目鼻は整ってるし、スタイルいいし、肌もすっごく綺麗で。性格もいかにも女の子って感じですからね。
Are you sure about that last part? Wait, that last bit sounded off. Nagi's personality was the #1 reason why I never saw her as a girl.
いいえ、ナギさんは女性らしい人ですよ。ちょっと憧れちゃうくらい。
Oh, that's interesting. You're kidding, right? Yuuko looked a little anxious. She stopped and fixed her eyes on me.
先輩、どうしてナギさんがショックを受けてたか、わからないんですか？
The earthquake?
違いますよ、多分。
Nothing else happened in the library. Yuuko sighed. Don't you sigh at me? I'll get there.
私にとって嬉しいことが、ナギさんには逆にショックなことだったんですよ。
I have no idea what you're talking about.
日村先輩は本当に困った人ですね。
Thank you. You smiled.
変なところで鈍いというか、勉強のことにばかり頭を使ってるせいでしょうか。
Are you trying to make me angry? Still smiling, Yuuko slowly shook her head.
日村先輩、私はね、ナギさんには負けたくないんです。
Yep, there it is. You two are competing against each other?
先輩、本当に何にもわからないんですね。分かってもらいたいと思う。だけど、思うだけじゃダメなんですよ。きっと。だから、私は。
Oh. She suddenly stepped towards me. Hello.
私は、日村先輩になら見せられる。
Oh.
いいえ。あなたに見てもらいたいって。
Yuuko?
思うんです。
See what?
本当の私を。です。
Oh. Something cold touched my lips. It was slightly moist and soft. Somehow, it tasted sweet. Yuuko!
あら、そんなに驚かなくてもいいじゃないですか。
I slowly ran my fingers over my lips. There was no doubt that Yuuko pressed her lips against mine for an instant. I didn't ask for that.
意外と落ち着いてますね。先輩、いつも私が近づいただけでびっくりしてたから、もっと驚くって思ってました。
Did you do that just so you could see my reaction? It's just wanted something to make a fuss about. This was simply two parts of two bodies connecting together. It wasn't much of a distraction, in my opinion.
日村先輩は、信じていなかったじゃないですか。
No faith in what?
私は、先輩のこと好きなんですよ。言葉でも態度でも示してきたつもりなんですけど、先輩は。
I understood what she was trying to say. Yuuko clearly opened her heart out to me. However... Yep. Akane. I kept being reminded of her. How should I have treated Yuuko as a result of my past experiences?
先輩、
Yuuko looked a little annoyed.
よく安っぽいドラマとかであるじゃないですか。誰かが死んでも、生きてる人の心の中で生きていくとかって。
The line. What was she talking about? Oh.
先輩もそうですね。死んだ人を自分の中で生かそうとしてる。そんなことしたって。死んじゃった人はもう生き返らないのに。
Yuuko bit her lip. I knew that. Akane would never come back, and there was no logic in associating her with Yuuko. However, humans are illogical creatures. Being seized by my past was what defined me. I only realized it at that moment. Yuuko and I left the church. probably should have gone home, but for some reason I chose to stay with her.
やっぱりあれですね。受験の時に無理せずに学力に見合った学校に行かないと痛い目に遭いますね。
Maybe if you tried, you too could reach your true potential.
無理無理。私には無理ですよ。
I see. Yuuko wasn't exactly a quiet person, but today she just wouldn't stop chattering.
人には向き不向きがあるって言いますけど、勉強もスポーツもダメ。芸術なんか絶望的。
Oh, really?
そういう人って間違いなくたくさんいますよね。あ、考えてみれば、私の周りって芸術系の人ばっかりですね。なぎさんに、久世先輩に、日村先輩。
Don't put me in that group. Mr. Mimi is the one badgering me about it.
そうかそうか。肝心な人を忘れてました。
She smirked and hit herself on the head. What was the meaning of all this? Her true feelings. A kiss. She was trying to push them aside with her torrent of sentences. It made no sense. Yuuko?
はい。
What were you discussing with Mr. Amamiya?
ああ、大したことじゃないんですけど。兄さん、今年度いっぱいで音羽を辞めるかもしれないって。
Is that why he was talking to Mr. Hirono? So that you have a place to stay? Why is he going to Nagi's home?
兄さんに音羽を紹介してくれたのは、なぎさんのお父さん、ヒロノ先生なんですよ。
Right. If Mr. Amamiya was going to leave, he would at least see Mr. Hirono. Is he going to a different school?
いえ、よくは知りませんけど、
Yuuko fell into silence for a moment.
教師そのものをやめて、町の復興計画の一環に関わるとかなんとか。
That sounds sketchy. Ottawa's rejuvenation project was still in progress. It was an ambitious plan to redesign and rebuild the entire city. It wouldn't surprise me if it took over a decade to complete. What's he planning on doing?
さあ、私はそこまでは。兄さんは学生時代にデザインの仕事をやってたことがあるとか聞きましたけどね。
Design, huh? Nagi once told me that there were many art school graduates who went into design-related jobs.
日村先輩は向いてるかもしれませんね。デザインとか、街づくりとか。
Huh? How come?
だって、街の絵を描くのが好きじゃないですか。
That's completely unrelated.
それになんか、デザイナーって、かっこいいじゃないですか。
I see. You attracted to everything exotic as a child, weren't you? People rarely had the freedom to choose a profession for its cool factor. Drawing now is the same as back then. A hobby. Never once had I considered making it a job, nor would I ever.
向いてると思いますよ。本当に。私の勘ですけど。
Your intuition? It wasn't just a career based on that. I hadn't decided on my career yet. I wasn't about to base a decision on Yuuko's intuition alone. I'll decide what to do on my own, okay?
自分のことは、そうですね。
You smiled.
先輩、もう一箇所だけ付き合ってもらえません？
For some reason, my eyes focused on her loose mouth. That's when I realized something. She was already past the age where she would have experienced her first crush. I suddenly had the urge to know more about Yuuko, especially her life after leaving the orphanage until now. Ah, there it is. There it is. The good old iconic beach. Always helps everybody. Slow, lazy waves chiseled the sand. The evening sun was over the horizon, caused me to squint my eyes.
海に来たのなんて、何年ぶりかな。
Yuuko was deep in her emotions.
施設にいた頃、先生に連れられてきたことがありましたよね。
Oh, that's nice. That was too long ago. I'm surprised you remember. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision by the teacher. It's not some special occasion. How I remember that, I didn't know.
先輩は海水浴とかは？
No, that sounds very unsanitary. Not interested in that sort of stuff. Tuesday forced me to come here last year, though. It's probably that time of year again. At least I won't have to worry about Chuichi kidnapping me this time around.
いいな。私も遊びたい。
Then just do it. Come here after exams are done.
それもいいですね。でも私はね。
Right. She glanced at her arm. No matter the temperature, she always wore extra layers of clothing. Oh, sorry.
あら、日村先輩が謝ってる。
Yes, I am. Hey, I'm trying to be nice. Don't tease me.
ごめんなさい。
I was being crass about whatever condition she had. What I said was tactless, even for me. Look, I didn't mean to bring it up.
先輩、見たくありませんか？
That again?
もちろん、私の秘密ですよ。
She gently brushed the sleeves of her clothes. Is that actually sweat on her hands? That was the sun's fault. I'm not in the habit of learning other people's secrets.
やっぱり、わざわざ醜いものを見たくないですか？
Wait, that's not what I was implying. I'm just saying you don't have to do anything unreasonable. She quietly giggled. I thought I saw a hint of regret in her eyes, but that was probably an illusion. Both of us were looking out towards the ocean. It felt good how the constant light breeze was cooling us.
私も、先輩に同意しますよ。
Agree? About what?
神様なんて、どこにもいないって。
The long hair swayed in the wind.
神様がいないから、悲しいことや辛いことがたくさんある。もしも神様がいるのなら、この世界をもっと綺麗にしてほしい。辛いことなんて何もなくて、みんなが優しくて、誰も一人ぼっちにならなくて。
That'll never happen. Not in this universe.
ね、そうですね。そういう世界が欲しいって話ですから。
Oh. Yuuko wanted a peaceful and harmonious world. I was once that naive. Right. Long ago, I wanted a perfect world too. A world of people were together, always happy, never having to worry about hunger. I wanted my sister to experience that kind of life. Oh. Akane. My role was to pave that path for her. Oh. But life is never that perfect. It never would be. Yuuko?
はい。
What was my role now? I wanted to ask Yuuko if I could do anything to help her, but the words were stuck in my throat. She was hiding something. Something so heavy she'd be overwhelmed by it one day. She wouldn't be wishing for a better world if she weren't. However, I wasn't God. No, it's nothing. As I feared, I almost used Yuuko as a substitute for Akane. I had no right to treat her as an answer to my own problems.
変な人ですね。
Thank you, Yuuko. Same to you. Not as weird as you. I was ordinary. All I wanted was to protect those who were close to me. Each and every one of us have had utopian dreams like that at some point. Oh, 09, uncovering the truth. Focusing a lot on her boots, which already worries me.
遠い日の夢を見た。
Oh, we got Yuuko perspective again.
初めて好きになった人とお別れした日。
Oh, I see.
何も約束せず、お別れの言葉すら私は言えなくて、必死に涙をこらえていた私の前に、その人は現れた。
さあ、行こうか。
誰？その人はにっこりと微笑んで、私の手を握った。
あ、そうか。言い忘れていたね。
Is that Akira?
俺が今日から君の兄になる雨宮明だ。
Ah, it is.
兄？お兄ちゃん。ずっと住んでたお部屋が燃えて、お母さんがどこかに行って、もう二度と戻ってこないって分かって、それから私は施設で一人の男の子と出会った。私にはずっと欲しいものがあった。私を一人にしない、強くて優しいお兄ちゃん。その男の子をお兄ちゃんって呼びたかったけれど、
Oh, Yuuko.
お兄ちゃんって呼んでもいいの？私は恐る恐るそう尋ねた。男の子はお兄ちゃんって呼んだらいつも怒ったから。
もちろん、それでいいんだよ。
目の前に立っているのは大人の人で、お兄ちゃんと思うには年が離れすぎていたけど、私はその日から雨宮明の妹になった。頭がゆっくりと覚醒していく。ぼやけていた焦点が結ばれる。
Oh,
小さく息を吐き、私はベッドの上で体を起こした。頭を何度か振って眠気を追い払う。
yeah, your vision's looking really blurry, Yuuko.
今日もあまり寝ていないので、なかなか思うようには頭が目覚めてくれない。学校に着くまでに少しはマシになってくれることを祈ろう。拳を握ったり開いたりして、自分の体がちゃんと動くことを確認する。よし。大丈夫。確認。私は今日も生きている。
Confirmed alive, huh?
一日の始まりの儀式は終えた。
That's just part of your daily ritual, too. Dang, that's sad.
ベッドから降りる。まずは何よりも先に着替えだ。私は本気なのかもしれない。あの時、海であの人に投げた言葉は嘘でも冗談でもなかった。見せても構わないって本心からそう思う。そうじゃない。見てもらいたかったんだ。他の誰でもなく、日村優先輩に。
Oh, Yuuko. Several days had passed since that tremor. Today was the final day of exams. Contemporary literature wasn't my best subject, but I wasn't terrible at it. I turned over the exam paper with 20 minutes remaining. All that was left was to review it the remainder of the time. I let out a small sigh of relief. Final exams would be over after this. There were no more classes and summer vacation beckoned. Right, and we also got Chuichi's party to go to. Summer vacation. Yeah, right. I hadn't registered for summer school, but there's probably still time to sign up for a correspondence course. It's a good idea to get ahead since I would have to familiarize myself with the material next year. Like, the dry sound. Nagi was staring at a fallen pencil with her mouth open. Why wasn't she picking it up?
まあいいか。
You doing okay, Nagi? It was almost inaudible, but it definitely hurt her. She began to stare at the corner of her desk. What was she doing? Didn't she have another pencil? All I knew was that she was awful at contemporary literature. She couldn't have finished all of the questions. Damn it. I scowled and picked up my eraser. I had to do something to get her attention and make her pick up her pencil.
ほっとけば。
Hi, Shuichi. Shuichi was blankly staring at the blackboard. Did he finish as well? But I couldn't just ignore Nagi. I answered Shuichi with my eyes, but...
気分が悪いので美術室に行く。
You okay? She then left the classroom without waiting for the exam supervisor to respond. Oh, dang. I was used to Nagi's odd behavior, but of all rooms, why the art room? The students behind me were talking loudly as I exited the classroom. It didn't take a genius to figure out where I was heading. Hello? Seriously, though. Going to the art room because of a headache or something was such a wild excuse. Nagi!
Yuuko.
Nagi's expression didn't change. She didn't return to class after the exam period. It wasn't too much of a problem since only homeroom was scheduled, but I had to remind her of the party.
実は、ちょっと思いついたことがあるんだ。
What'd you realize, Nagi? Really?
ああ。君と僕の名前を合わせれば、ユーナギになるなって。
Don't bring that up now.
ユーナギっていうのは、海岸で夕方になって風が止むことだ。
Is that what you think about when you have an exam?
他にすることがなかったんだ。
You really are dumb. I sighed. Are you over your slump?
スランプ？
You were writing about how you couldn't paint or something. If I misheard. No, we didn't misheard. We just misunderstood.
ああ、そうか。忘れてた。僕は絵が描けなくなってたんだな。
You act like it's not a problem.
原因は大体わかってるからな。
I say, I'm sorry. And hurry up and fix it. You have no other skills to fall back on. Dang. That was rude.
それだけが青春では寂しすぎるな。
What? Don't get all emotional. Nagi slowly shook her head.
そう。きっと寂しかったんだな、僕は。クゼはいなくなるし、ユウも僕から離れていく。きついな。きつい。
Dang, that does suck though. I'm not going anywhere.
わかってたことだが、君はど鈍いな。
Listen. Huh? Me? Slow?
まあ、僕も人のことは言えない。自分の心さえ知らずにいたんだからな。物事の外側だけなぞるだけじゃ、見栄えの良さは出せても、本当の姿を描くことはできないんだよ。今頃気づくなんて、僕は愚か者だ。
You are a fool, but I didn't get what you just said.
君は何しに来たんだ？
Nagi smiled at me. The topic suddenly changed once again. Well, that's alright. It's better than listening to incomprehensible blather. I wanted to know how you did on your exam.
だいたい埋めてあったし、平均点くらいは取れる。そう思ったらどうでもよくなったんだ。
I see. Guess I didn't need to worry about that. Tuesday's farewell party flyer. You got one, right?
ああ、あれか。そういえば今日だったか。
I'm about to hold it in class now. Apparently Tuesday's paying for all of it. Oh, he's having it in class? I thought I was gonna have it at his house. Huh, that's interesting.
考えてみれば、クゼと一緒に食事をしたことなんて一度もないな。
Is that so? I had eaten outside of him a few times. It was all cheap food to match my budget.
ユウは学校で食事しないからな。
You talking about me now?
クゼとはユウを通した付き合いだったってことだ。それも今気づいた。
Bet you're figuring it out. So you coming? She forced to laugh and shook her head.
今なら何かが書けるかもしれない。
Really?
そう、何かだ。いつだって何が書き上がるかは書いてみなければわからない。
Alright, that's good. They're staying here. He silently nodded. Part was more important than some silly old party. Okay, later. As I waved my hand and turned around.
ユウ、
Yes, Nagi? Huh?
クゼに伝えてくれ。僕は本物の絵描きになる。本物の、みんなの心を震えさせるような絵を描いてみせる。だから、クゼも途中で諦めて帰ってきたりするなと。
Oh, nice. You want me to tell him that straight up?
恥ずかしいから言うな。
Then what do you want? What a perplexing woman. That was what made her Nagi. Perhaps that was the reason she was my friend. Too bad we know what happens between them. Goodness gracious. As I ascended the stairs, I noticed a figure at the top. Mr. Amamiya.
やあ、日村君。試験はどうだった？
Uneventful as usual.
ここのところ、優子がちょこちょこ迷惑をかけてたみたいだけど。
What do you mean? She hasn't done anything. Like, she stood up for herself and slapped the girl, and then that was it. What are you talking about? Relax. It's not as if she's lowering my average.
おお、やはり大したものだな、君は。
Mr. Mamiya chuckled and looked down at his chest.
おっと、ここじゃ吸えないんだった。
Feeling okay?
いけないいけない。やはり寝不足だと頭が回ってくれないね。
You always seem to be tired.
俺なんてまだまだ下っ端だからね。いろいろ雑用があるのさ。この後も別件の打ち合わせでお出かけしなくちゃいけないんだ。まったく昼寝もできやしない。
Dang, that would suck though, not gonna lie. You sleep at school?
たまにこっそりと美術準備室とかでね。でも最近は忙しくてなかなかね。
It's only natural. It's worth. I knew I was giving out indifferent responses, but I couldn't help it when it came to Mr. Amamiya.
君たちはいいよ。
Huh?
君たちはまだ何者でもないからね。これからの努力次第で本物にだって何にだってなれる。
I'll become a real artist. So you were eavesdropping.
悪い悪い。美術室は俺の仕事なんだよね、一応。ちょっと用があったんだが、君と広野さんが青春してたもんだから。
This man is not sorry at all. He did something I couldn't imagine from a teacher. Was it serious enough for me to report to someone?
心配しなくても全部聞いたわけじゃないから。
It's not that big of a deal.
そうだね。でも興味深い話だった。
I had no idea what Nagi was talking about.
そうなのか。
Mr. Amamiya's face was blank.
やはり君は。
What?
いや、日村君もこれからだってことさ。
Oh, okay.
君は本物になるのかなって話。
Of course I was going to be. How else would I be slaving just to maintain my average?
ま、君がどうなるかは君次第だ。けど日村君は絵の道には進まないみたいだし、俺にはどうでもいいことかな。
Then we're done here. You would nag at me if I were late. I've got other things to do.
ああ、そうだ。俺も美術室によってそれからお出かけだ。
Mr. Amamiya started to leave, but stopped in his tracks.
日村君。
Yes? Why is the camera panning? Yeah? What the? What happened? A chill just been up my spine.
いや、なんでもない。
Why do you get a chill? Hello?
今度こそ失礼するよ。
Okay, goodbye. Miss Mia turned on his heel and left. What was that? I don't know. For a moment, I definitely sensed an aura that resembled murderous intent. Oh, okay, well, I got that before, like, when we were at the church, and he put his hand on her shoulder and made that really awkward face. Yeah, I got that back then, so. Never felt that before. That description was too powerful. Maybe it was simply hostility. I wiped the sweat that broke out of my brow. It couldn't have been caused by the heat. It just happened. The faint stench of Miss Mia's cigarette lingered from where he once stood. Yuuko, your brother scares me. Yuuko jogged over to me.
何してたんです？遅いですよ。久世先輩もすっかりご立腹です。
Yeah, your brother was talking to me. Help. Yuuko had gone to the party ahead of me. Naki isn't coming. Sorry.
あら、久世先輩の言った通りですね。
Ah, you knew, huh? You must understand people better than I thought.
さて、どうでしょう。私と日村先輩ほどの絆はないと断言しますけどね。
I mean, of course. You can go home now, you know.
私が帰ったら、日村先輩は後悔しますよ。
Oh. You're not wrong. His smile seemed to be a little arrogant. It was a party. I quickly figured out why she smiled like that. And I opened the door to room 2D. I saw Shuichi by himself. Really couldn't get anyone?
まさか、そうじゃないよ。
What do you mean? Shuichi grinned.
最初っから俺が呼んだのは日村と凪。それに、優子ちゃんだけだよ。
Oh, I see. That's interesting. Be my wingman? Wingman Shuichi? What? What were those flyers all about? If watch your ex-girlfriends came up with the idea.
彼女たちとは一人ずつお別れしてきたよ。ひとまとめなんて失礼だろ。
Dang. So that had nothing to do with the party?
好きだった女の子とは二人きりがいいってだけさ。
In other words, this was all a trick.
日村、それ食べていいぞ。
I mean, if you at least got food, then alright, I'm cool with it. Alright, he got food, okay, you know what? My man! Thanks, buddy. On top of my desk were buns and sandwiches that look store-bought. I'm fine with buns and sandwiches. I like sandwiches.
すいません。ちょっとお腹空いてたので、私は先に食べてしまいました。
Yuuko looked apologetic.
もちろん俺も一緒。優子ちゃんと差し向かいで飯が食えるなんて、長生きはするもんだ。
Excuse me? What are you talking about? There'll be no moons for you. Now you're some old geezer? And glad at Shuichi? Well, I don't need one. You know I don't eat lunch too much.
食えよ。演奏中に腹でも鳴らされると、あまりいい気分じゃないからな。
Gig? You mean? Of course, the violin, nice. I thought myself... Actually, that's like a viola. I stopped myself after seeing an instrument on top of Shuichi's desk. Is that your violin?
実を言うと、今から始まるのはお別れ会というより、久世周一の演奏会だったりするんだよ。
What exactly are you planning?
まだ日村には一度も聞かせてなかったろ。置き土産に披露してやろうって言うんだから、ありがたく聞いとけ。
Gonna play us a song, buddy?
あら、日村先輩のためだけに弾くみたいな言い方ですね。
おっと、ごめん。今日は我が親愛なる友人たちのために。
Shuichi made a pompous gesture.
この国で最後の、そして最高の演奏を送ろう。 思い出が詰まったこの場所でね。
Oh. That was surprisingly sentimental.
そうかもしれないね。日村、本当に飯いらないの？
I shook my head.
ゆうこちゃん。
ええ、
Yuuko declined the offer one last time.
それじゃ、そろそろ始めようか。
Yuuchi's face tightened up the moment he touched the violin. It was a face I had never seen until then. The face of Shuichi Kuze, the violinist. He tested the strings with his bow, making a remarkably clear sound. Did he need to tune the instrument?
クゼ先輩、いつもと全然違う。
Yuuko was stunned by the transformation. I had to agree with her. Shuichi showed no trace of his easygoing self. It was real. The man standing in front of us was undoubtedly a real, genuine musician. Shuichi took a deep breath after he finished tuning. Then it started. My breathing was loud at first. I even sensed my heartbeat, but they soon faded into the background. Sounds which interfered with the violin's timbre gradually disappeared until there was nothing left but a consciousness. The music freed from within the four strings penetrated my body. It was classical, but I didn't know the name of the piece. That didn't matter. If I could entrust my heart to this beautiful, gentle, and sometimes intense performance. Someone was holding my hand. I didn't need to look down. I knew it was Yuuko.
先輩、
Oh, yes, Yuuko. Oh, yeah, she's crying. Oh, she was crying. Tears were pouring down from her eyes with no end in sight. Yuuchi's performance continued. I softly squeezed Yuuko's hand in return. Her tears had a reason behind them. Yuuko said she wished for the world to be beautiful. This was something beautiful. There really existed a tune which was this beautiful. A piece that could crumble all the walls and barriers. I didn't feel the world had abandoned me. Aww. Yuuko probably thought the same. The reaction to this piece showed her feelings better than anything else. It almost felt as though a faint ray of light from above was shining into the classroom. In turn, Shuichi's violin seemed to communicate to the rest of the school. I turned my head to the door. It opened and several female students entered. They were drawn in by the performance. Couldn't be helped. This kind of mastery, anyone would want to be in the front row. Even Amaterasu, the sun goddess, would come out of hiding from the heavenly cave. Shuichi didn't lose his concentration as more people filed in. Oh, Yuuko. Oh.
ごめんなさい、先輩。私ちょっと。
Huh? Yuuko suddenly stood up. Oh. Oh.
すぐに戻ってきますから。
Dang, Yuuko. Oh. Oh. She put her hand over her mouth and left the classroom. Yuuko? The performance was over. There was silence for a few seconds after the final note. Thank you, buddy. That was beautiful. Rishi sighed in relief. The applause which followed was overwhelming. I was also clapping. He deserved all of it as he showed us that the world, despite all its misgivings, still had hope. I like that line a lot. I feel like that line is very reminiscent of this game as a whole. Like, right here. He showed us that the world, despite all its misgivings, still had hope. Like, I think that's a really big theme in this game. So, this is a good quote for this whole game. I like it a lot.
Yeah, 参ったね、本当に。
You did a great job, buddy. The audience in the classroom and out in the hallway had to be close to 50 people. Most of them likely dropped whatever they were doing once they heard Shuichi's violin. After the crowd dispersed, Shuichi and I were the only people in the room. We're back to normal.
バイオリニストモードは著しくエネルギーを消耗するからな。あまり長持ちしないんだよ。
Violinist mode. Oh, you were showing protagonist Shuichi? His women self was so pathetic, he must have felt quite a gap.
ま、これが俺にできる唯一のことだ。前から一度、日村に聞かせたいとは思ってたからね。
Thank you, Shuichi, I appreciate it. Why don't you make me listen to it earlier? You had plenty of chances.
俺はお前をすごいと思ってるんだよ。
Okay, I say. What? Was it he the great one? He was the one who drew in the crowd, not me.
冗談で言ってるんじゃない。お前はさ、なんかうまく言えないが、強い。そう。よくわからんけど、強い力を持ってる気がする。
That's absurdly vague. The strength to live is great. I remembered Yuuko saying that. That's what prompted me to Yuuko and Shuichi see to make them feel that way.
万が一にも、お前の前で無様な演奏はしたくなかったんだ。
I'm sure that would never happen. That was as sincere as I ever was to him. He was already recognized by his peers for his talent. He would have been happy with almost anything. But to aim higher, he was heading towards a place where the winds wouldn't be as warm and forgiving. It was regrettable, but that was life. For the first time, I was proud to have Shuichi Kuze as a friend.
そう言ってもらえてほっとしてるよ。正直なところ。
What's with you? This isn't like you at all.
これで最後だからな。
What? There was something heavy in what he said.
俺は明日、ドイツへ旅立つ。今日がこの国で過ごす最後の日だ。
Huh? I thought you were leaving after the closing ceremony.
それは嘘だ。
You weasel! How could you lie to me about that?
騙される方が悪いのさ。
I will yank your hair. You had no reason to trick me.
メリット？そりゃ楽しいからだよ。日村のそういう顔を見たかったんだ。
Boy!
俺が予定を20日近くも繰り上げて出発するって言ったら、さすがに日村も驚くだろ？
Why you? Everything that came before this was all part of his master plan. I lugged around your stupid flyers for nothing.
世の中、くだらないことの方が楽しいもんなんだよ。お前はそれを知らなすぎだな。日村の事情は知ってるけどさ、少しはくだらないこととか無駄なこととかやったっていいだろう。一度だけの学園生活だ。楽しまなきゃ損だよ。
Don't give me that arrogant speech.
俺と遊んだり、ナギと買い物に行ったりして、少しは楽しかったろ？そういうことを嫌がらずにやってみろよ。
It's not that I hated it, but
少なくとも積極的じゃなかっただろ。
that was true. However, I didn't have the time or money to keep doing that.
優子ちゃんのこともそうだよ。
Yuuko?
あの子もお前と同じだ。まるで何も楽しんじゃいない。
But she's always cheerful and smiling. Yeah, on the outside. Where did she go anyway? She said she'd come back.
そうかな。俺はいろんな女の子と付き合ってきたけど、優子ちゃんくらい辛そうにしてる子を見たことがないよ。
I think you brought this up earlier as well. Care to tell me why?
お前も感じてるかもしれないが、あの子は嘘っぽい。
A fate?
言葉も態度もどこか芝居がかったところがある。きっと俺なんか目じゃない嘘つきだよ。嘘をつくなとは言わない。だけど人生をもっと楽しめよ。俺もお前もこの町の人間ならみんな知っているだろう。人生ってのはいつ終わるかわからないってこと。
Oof. Dang, and that coming from Shuichi too, especially. It's really hard. Yeah. The great disaster happened on Christmas. The crimson flame swallowed everything that wasn't already destroyed by the earthquake. That night was the night I learned that the world was a cruel and merciless place.
楽しいことをたくさんやれ。友達と遊べ。好きな女の子を大事にしろ。夢を見つけて必ず叶えろ。日村、お前にならきっとできるさ。
Thanks, buddy. You really wanted to preach to me, didn't you?
おお、いかんいかん。いい若者が説教なんてしちゃいけないね。
Shuichi repeatedly hit himself on the head. And then in the present time, it gets reversed when Shuichi comes to him for advice. Again, I love, like, I always love the irony. Shuichi repeatedly hit himself on the head. He was an idiot. An idiot, but he had wisdom.
さて、俺は行くわ。明日の準備もしなくちゃいけないし。
Yeah, get out of here. We didn't need to shake each other's hand or even say goodbye. This was good enough for the both of us.
でもさ、お前とはどこかでまたひょっこり再会しそうな予感もするんだよな。
Oh, really? Why do you think that? I didn't need to hear that. Shuichi laughed and picked up his violin case. Then his eyes lowered and his face became serious.
日村、
Yes, buddy? Still something to say?
これは言わずにおこうかと思ったけど、やっぱり黙っておくのが望みが悪いな。
What is it?
優子ちゃんのことだよ。
Yes. Her again?
まあ、ちょっと、いや、かなり気になることがある。
Yeah. You and me both. You and me both, Shuichi. Get in line. Alright, so, yeah. Like I said, still extremely concerned and worried. But yeah, so Shuichi had his party. That was cool. He set up a party just for, it was for the four of them, but, you know, Nagi didn't want to come. But still, the violin him playing for them was very sweet. Very wholesome. I love that a lot. Then Yuuko started crying halfway through and left, so yeah, hopefully she's okay. Yeah, like, of course, like Shuichi mentioned, yeah, she's putting on the cheerful face on the outside, but yeah, we've been getting some of her monologues now, and yep. Makes sense though. Makes sense. Like, she's been through a lot, so. And yeah, also, she also had the kiss between Yuuko and Yu, which was really nice. And yeah, Yuuko, she told something that I think Yu really needed to hear. That I think is like helping him, like a little bit, because she told him the thing about how you can't like carry on someone who's already dead, like in that kind of way, like how he's doing, trying to like live through that. So I like that she told him that because I feel like he needed to hear that. And something else about that scene that I found really interesting was how you actually saw Yuuko be a little bit frustrated, because you don't usually see that like at all. So like when it zoomed in on her mouth like that, you saw like her frustration. So that was also interesting. So and that was a really good scene that I liked a lot because of both of those things. And yeah, now we're seeing her also show more of her emotions outside a little bit, where she started crying during the violin performance. Yeah, hopefully we can help cheer her up. But again, I'm just always tense now because I don't know what happens. Like, we had the earthquake happen, and then there was the thing with the knife too before that, and just like, and then her brother's a whole nother ordeal that Unelli, there's so much, and I don't know what the trigger is.